Here you have the frontal proportions of the face, but these do not change even when you go into three-quarter profile. This is three-quarter profile. You're going to be working with frontal view and three-quarter profile. When setting up your paper for your drawing, use these as a guide. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper, you're going to fold it in half, right? And this is your first two, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? All right, so remember, you should always break your paper up into a grid so that you will be able to see exactly where things go. Now, in this exercise, I've already done this. Now, you need to remember your proportions, that a head is 5 eyes wide, right? Now, we're doing Fannie Lou Hamer here. Okay, now you want to see within your grid where she fits, right? So if she's fitting like this in this grid, that's where you want to put her, right? And this is a three-quarter profile here. When you do nice portraits of people, you do three-quarter. You don't do full frontal. Sometimes you do. It depends. Now, this is the middle here. This is where her eye is, right here. There's an eye. And if we come over and if we bring our line down on our grid, we see this is her nose, right? These little details, these little things, they're so important. There you go. Okay, so that's my first warm-up of Fannie Lou Hamer. I'm not putting a lot of drawing of lines or anything. I'm just working with light and shadow here. Okay, basically. And this little thing on the side of her lip, that's what gives her a little benign Mona Lisa smile there. Okay, and I'm choosing for my final drawing to do Shirley Chisolm. Okay, so if I look at this drawing, if I look at the image from Ebony magazine from 1969, and I look at the middle line here, this is my midline, okay, this is where her nose is. Now, within the proportion, this would be your midline right here, or up here. This is your midline here. This is kind of the middle of her nose. This down here would be possibly the bottom of her nose, so you can adjust, okay? Okay, so now we have some detail here in her. She's wearing this jacket because it gets cold in New York. It's cold there. It's cold. Beautiful jacket. This beautiful wool. Beautiful color. Okay, so when you're working on this, first thing is you want to work with your shadows, okay? And for shadows, I like to use blue, okay? I like to use my blue, okay, and or the dark areas, and just start building in a little bit. And you can go back into that later. And we're just delicately putting stuff in. We don't want to overdo this drawing. We want to create a brown. This is lighter, this is darker. So I'm just going to go in over here with the darker stuff. I'm going to go where the shadows are and just start building that. I have a really light amount of pigment here. We're using the white of the paper to help build our form. There is, you really can't tell what if she's wearing lipstick or not, but women did wear lipstick back then. So I'm going to just put a little bit of color here. A little bit. Blue black. I think a blue black will really work well there. And I'm using this blue. Okay, so somehow I need to create this sense of that there's this thing on her head, these pearls within this space. Okay, let's get the scene that's happening in the background and all that exciting stuff. She's got these little peacock feathers here. These things. These little things here. All right, now I'm going to call this done.